Hey, welcome to Live with Lynn. So if you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, be sure to type replay so I know you were here. I'm Lynn Huber, and I appreciate you being here today. So today I'm going to talk about turning adversity into success. So it's not what happens in life that determines your success, right? But it's how you deal with what happens. We've all heard the phrase, when life gives you lemons, turn it into lemonade, right? But it's true. That's just as true today as it ever was whenever the first person came up with that phrase. Hi, Marie. Good to see you. So let's talk about how to turn adversity into success. So the first one, and I think it's one of the most important, is to believe in what you're doing. You know, you've heard the classic tale about how it took Thomas Edison 10,000 tries before getting the light bulb to work the way he wanted it, right? I don't know if that's really a true number. I mean, I suppose over time it could have been exaggerated over the years, but obviously he tried a lot of times, maybe thousands at least, right? So the point is, though, is that he believed in what he was doing and he was not going to give up until he accomplished it. When you try something, especially something that's untested or that hasn't been done, you need to take a leap of faith. You have to believe in what you're doing and be 100% committed to making it happen. Otherwise, it's just too easy to give up on your venture, right? That belief is, and you have to have the belief that you have the ability to make it happen. You can do this. That 100% commitment, whatever it takes, I'm going to do it. The next one, learn from your failures. You know, if you ask any successful person how they became successful, you're most likely going to tell you that it's due to overcoming failures. You know, they learned from those failures and they tried something different. Every time they failed, they learned something new. And then they just kept going and kept failing over and over again until they finally worked their way through all their failures and found success. That's really what it is. It's one failure after another after another. That's what leads to success. So failures aren't bad. They're just a way of letting you know, hey, that didn't work. Try something else, right? So, hey, another one, let others help you. So sometimes when you face adverse situations, others can help turn your situation around. You know, it's really rare that you're facing something that's so unique that no one else has experienced it. There's going to be other people who have been through what you're going through. So reach out to them. And it's better to get the help you need than to needlessly struggle over your situation. And some people will avoid reaching out because they're embarrassed or probably a lot of different reasons. But just remember that those people that you're reaching out to, they've been through this too. They understand. They know what you're dealing with. So if you just can't get through a problem, it could be maybe that you're expecting too much. And what I mean by that is if you've tried and you can't find a way through or a way to make it happen the way that you've got it envisioned in your mind, and it's just driving you crazy and you just can't seem to do it, it's quite possible that you're trying to accomplish something that's either not possible or maybe it's beyond your current level of skills. You know, when that happens, though, you don't want to give up. You just need to step back and get clear on what the problem is. What exactly is it that's causing this problem? Is it something you don't have the skills for? If that's the case, then maybe now you get to decide, is this something I'm going to go learn the skills? Or maybe I'm going to hire someone with the skills that can help me? Or maybe I just need to find another way around it and revamp my plans, right? So maybe it's not going to be exactly the way I envisioned it, but I can find a better way or another way. Hi, Anitra, good to see you. So keep in mind that just because it's not possible, that doesn't mean it's not possible at all. It could most likely be that it's just not possible the way you're going after it. And maybe you just have such a high vision that you're seeing something that hasn't even been created yet. Then that just means you're super smart, right? You're super smart. You just got to figure out a way to get there. So, hey, it could be the thing is, though, is you just need to understand that it very well could be possible if you find a workaround to get you to where you want to go. Might not be possible the way you first envisioned it, but you will find a way to get there. So don't wait to try again. I mean, if your adverse situation is due to procrastinating, obviously you could probably figure out pretty easily that you need to stop doing that, right? Stop procrastinating. If you let something build because it's uncomfortable to deal with, in most cases, that situation is going to get worse. So when you fail, don't let that be the end. You know, if things don't go right or you fail or whatever, get back in the game and go after plan B. Or plan C or plan D. You got the whole alphabet to work with, right? So, and then the next one, learn how to conquer your fears. Often adversity is due to not taking action because you're afraid. And that fears, I think, seems to be one of the biggest things that hold us back. But when you face your fears, you can move past the adverse situation and get on with your life. You know, you gotta get through that fear. Most of the time, for me anyway, I just feel the fear and do it anyway. That I just force myself to do it. Feel the fear and do it anyway. And the more you face your fears, the easier it will be to face the next time. Because it just is. Hey, Florence, hi to see you. And Anitra says, I'm always having to find different ways to do things. Yes, you are. And again, that's another thing about, you know, maybe for you have to find a different way because it won't work for you because it's beyond your abilities at the current time, right? So Anitra, she's blind. So she's having to find other ways to do things because, you know, she can't overcome her blindness. That is what it is. But that doesn't mean she can't do it. I mean, hell, yesterday Anitra was telling me that she figured out how to travel on her own. So I'm really proud of you for that. But again, yeah, that's exactly it. You got to find a way to do it. So hey, usually when you overcome one fear, you gain some confidence, and that helps you the next time you have to face a fear. So if you can find a way to just force yourself to feel the fear and do it anyway, that it really does help. And every time you do that, you get stronger and stronger and stronger. Another aspect to adversity is just not being honest with yourself about the situation. Sometimes people try to hide their true feelings or they deny that they're facing a situation. So try some introspect, you know, just sit back and sit down and like really think about what is really going on. Why am I afraid to do this? Or why am I not doing this? Why am I putting it off, right? Sometimes that introspect can help you really learn what's going on. And sometimes in just sitting back and understanding what you're feeling can make all the difference. Florence says, I'm getting more like that. It might fail, but it might succeed. You don't know unless you try. Absolutely. Absolutely. And when you fail, you just now know that doesn't work that way. And now you know you can cross that off your list. That way doesn't work. So now you try the next one, right? So let's look at some steps you can take right now. So one thing you can do is you can create a journal to record when you're having these adverse situations in your life. You can write down what you were feeling at the time and how you believe you got into those situations and what eventually helped you resolve them. And when you do that, when you have a journal like that, it will serve as a guidebook for you later when you run into those kinds of situations again. When you're struggling, you can go back and read how you made it through certain times and how you made it through hard times. And it helps you. Also, you can see how far you've grown when you read back through your journal, right? Another way, if procrastinating is a problem that you have, you know, Google procrastination or look on YouTube and search for procrastination, because procrastination, I can't even speak today. Procrastination is a habit that you spent years developing. So don't expect to overcome it after just reading one article or watching one video or just making a decision. You're not going to procrastinate anymore, right? It's going to be a learning process, so keep learning. But you can get better every day. As long as you're improving, you're going in the right direction. So let me see. Okay, I think I got everybody's questions and comments already. So hey, now I'd love to hear from you. What kinds of things help you overcome adversity when you run into it? What do you do to keep yourself going and not allow yourself to give up? Please get down in the comments and share with us. I would love to hear your thoughts, and I'd love to hear your stories. And I really appreciate you all for being here live with me. I've got Marie and Anitra and Florence. Thank you guys for being here and for sharing your comments with us, and anyone else who might be live who just didn't comment. And thank you to anyone who's watching the replay. I appreciate you. So have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.